Qutub Minar was constructed uh, by some king who is heavily influenced by astronomers, and we have the major marker of 57 BC Vijay Vikramaditya era Samvatsara, and Vikramaditya was in Kalidasa's. There is a Kalidasa's Jyotirvidavarana at his work, and in that he says there are 9 gems of Vikramaditya, and one of them is Varahamihira, and Kalidasa is another poet, and Vikramaditya is the king. Here we have Kurtukoti copper plate. It is found in Karnataka, and there is a published material. You can search called Kurtukoti copper plate. In that, very clearly they say Vikramarka. Vikramarka is the exact name of Vikramaditya, and it also says Vikramaditya. So this king definitely was ruling, and in the Shaka era, basically the reference is this copper plate mentions there is a Shaka of 532, and if we take the Shaka era, that is the basic epoch as 551 BC, and if you add 532 years, then it becomes 19 BC. So at that 19 BC, this Vikramaditya was ruling, and modern history, they don't show who is Vikramaditya. They say that Vikramaditya is a this Vikram Betal story is a imagined emperor, something like that. It is not so. There is definitely a Vikramaditya emperor who was ruling in around this time, and we also know that Varahamihira was existing at that period. So we can clearly see that the link, and why that area is also called Varaha Mihiravadi. That is Varahamihira. He was staying there and he was studying all these things. And so it proves all these points. So if we link all these things, it clearly shows that Vikramaditya built this mystery tower, and he was trying to emulate the earlier Yudhishthira when he does Rajasuya Yaga and then conquers the entire world after Mahabharata, and he declares himself as the Chakravarti, the emperor of earth, and he imposes rule of Dharma and the Dharmic rule. And when Vikramaditya repeats that speech, he wants to reconstruct it. So he was actually at Ujjain, and he goes back to this Indraprastha, and that's why he constructs this pillar. So this pillar exists in Delhi for a reason. There is a valid reason for that. Unlike the invaders' history, where Delhi is nowhere linked to their events. Okay, so these are all the evidences, questions. I have tried to answer wherever there is a doubt. Using the Samkhya philosophy, I have taken references, I have given evidences, and I have tried to answer it. So this is what it is. So I would like to end the talk here.
In the beginning, you said that in 57 BC, Vikramaditya called the city Indraprastha. So till as late as 57 BC, Indraprastha, as late as like now, recent centuries, the same name was used for Delhi.
Okay, Indraprastha word first comes in, actually I have I would like to briefly answer. Indraprastha comes from Mahabharata, okay, and we have inscriptional evidences which says that the place is called Indraprastha. I have material in the slides. When I share, you can go through it. And actually, it's a very fascinating thing. I have another paper also on that, Indraprastha. That is the place, because in Mahabharata, as Mahabharata says, they burnt a forest and then they construct a city. So if you dig deep, you should see a forest. Before that, there is nothing. And then you should see a very big city.